Hey everybody, welcome to our live. I am Heather and we come to you live each and every day so you can learn Lumines, what we have to offer. We start with no makeup on and then I'll put makeup on as we go along, and we always go over the benefits, the beginnings, the starter kit, how to practice, all of that. Because we know we have different people at different levels of airbrushing. So we want to make sure we cover all of that for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go. Hey, Veronica, good morning. Let me find it. This is one of our starter kits. This is the Icon. We also have the Icon Pro and the Legend. And then, of course, we have the Breeze, which is the one I'll be using today. And then we also, it also comes with makeup. So it comes with everything you see here. It has the two similar foundations, similar as they're close. They're not going to be the same, just so you can have that perfect color match just starting out. But we do have 100% color match guarantee. And then it comes with the blush, and it also comes with Love. And Love might not be something you use every single day, but you will love it. It gives your skin a luminosity and looks amazing. Now, when first starting out, we want you to do the following things. So make sure that you keep it 4 finger widths away from your face. So when you are moving this around, you're like, bam, 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 bam. Notice I'm not doing this. That the moves that I make are very deliberate. I'm not having to cover every inch of our face. We're just keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. And so you just want to make sure that you are those 4 finger widths away, because what will happen is you'll either do this or you'll do this because you're used to touching your face. And so make sure to keep that distance. And then you're going to concentrate on barely pulling back on that trigger. You want very little makeup to come out. Very little. Man, we got everybody today. Hello Pam. Hello Martin. Hello Jacques. Hello Mary. Good to see you. Eminem, Mary Moss. Love that. Cindy Muzad. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Jeannie, good to see you. And let me move this over. Hello, Andrea. Good to see you. So we are on Facebook and we are on YouTube. So if you can't watch one, watch the other. So I do talk to both people. So if you're like, I don't see that person, they're on YouTube or they're on Facebook. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I want to do this one as far as like keeping it matte. I know a lot of people are either oily or maybe you just like a matte look. And so everything, and you know, Mama likes her shine. So, but everything today we're going to do is matte. Good morning, Luminess. And so one way, because I also do classes, small group classes. They're on Mondays and Wednesdays at noon Central Time. And the links are below. Good morning, Zandra. Bright, sunshiny day. Not here. It is rain. I even have my rain boots on. That's how bad it's raining. And I want to take a before and after when I start this video to see how big my hair will get, because it's so humid. So I'm like, I'm just waiting for it to get bigger and bigger. And so anyway, so we are going to keep it matte. So if you are shiny or if you just like that matte look, these are going to be tips to help you stay matte. Now, one of the first things I would highly recommend, and honestly, this isn't just to keep you matte. This is just an amazing product. It's a Velvet Veil, and it is something that you put on after moisturizing or after moisturizing your skin, and then you're going to put Velvet Veil on. Velvet Veil does not go through the system. It goes on with your fingers. Now, it does have the little droplet here, like the little boop, boop, boop dropping. However, I don't use that. I do this. I'll use the product that's around it. And then I slide it on and I use it underneath my eyes. And then I kind of tap it into place. I put it here because I have larger pores. And yes, I cut my finger with a knife. So my Band-Aid fell off. So no, I actually did, because of the rain, I was a little bit delayed in getting here. So I haven't had a chance to check my email. So I am going to check that, and I will hopefully get that to you. Okay, now I just did this to get the other side. And it is a liquid, and it goes on smooth, like whoop. And then I use it and I just kind of pop it into place or tap it into place. And I usually do it in sections. I have large pores. I have redness all here. So most of my coverage is in here. I worry about my fine lines, wrinkles, and crinkles around my nose. I mean, these are eyes. Around my eyes. And then, of course, the forehead and my lines there. The wrinkles and crinkles there. Let me see. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can't reach out to somebody. Let me see. Let me see. Any concealer and powder compacts. And stock. Reaching out to a friend. Buff concealer, powder compacts. Oh my gosh, y'all got 18 inches in Colorado. Ooh, I'm guessing snow. Yeah, Jackie. The snapback eye cream, is that what you're talking about, Martin? See, okay, already look. The curls are starting to come right there. All right, so I should have done like half my face so you can see it, but it makes this so smooth, so smooth. And I call it a blur because it blurs fine lines, wrinkles, and crinkles, softens the look of large pores. It even helps with redness. We know this guy right here that I tried to cover, or I covered up yesterday. Oh, girl, Pam, you are so sweet. I am 53 years old, so yes, I have wrinkles and crinkles. But yeah, and I put that just wherever I need it. So I did definitely put it on this redness because it will help with redness. That wasn't something I was expecting in a blur, but it does help with redness. And so, which is really great. And so you can put it in spots, or you can put it all over. My mom wants it in 45-gallon drums or 50-gallon drums. But so you can put it anywhere. The other thing is, if you are oily, if you're like, well, I don't have wrinkles and crinkles or redness, I'm just oily. Well, if you're oily, it will help keep you matte. So if you are oily in your T-zone or all over your face, you can use this before airbrushing. Now, if you don't have Velvet Veil right now, which is back in stock, you can use the powder compacts. It's crazy out here in the footage. I just don't like, y'all are talking about snow. Oh yeah, I am 53. Yeah, I'm like, y'all are talking about snow, and I'm like burning up here. Pam's like, I'm 66 and I love Velvet Veil. I think anybody at any age could love it, because even if like you were 20 but you're oily, you're gonna love Velvet Veil because of the fact it will keep you matte. And so it's not just for wrinkles and crinkles, it is for the redness, it is for the pores, and it is to keep you matte. Now, again, if you don't have Velvet Veil right now, powder with a translucent powder beforehand. And so you can go boop, 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 and then just lightly powder all over, and then go to airbrushing. That's not something, I would be saying if you were putting on traditional makeup. But that is something you can do with airbrushing. Okay, so now let's go into, and I was like, yeah, airbrushing. Not that it really doesn't work. It does work. Where is my product that I want to use? I want glow. I want glow, I tell you. This is it. Nope. Nope, but we can use this actually. Let's use, okay. I'm going to be using the 2 and the 3 in Rose. And I'm going to use the 2 as my pre-coverage. Zandra said she's 72, and that's the first time in all these years that I like the, oh, wow. So Zandra 72, she said this is the first time in all those years that she likes the way her makeup looks, and now she uses it more often. I love that. I love it. Oh, Jeannie powdered after Velvet Veil, and she wasn't oily throughout the day. So you can do both if you need to. Chances are that I'm pretty sure the Velvet Veil is going to keep it pretty good. All right, so now I'm shaking up the 020 in Rose, and I'm going to add a couple of drops, and I'm using that as my pre-coverage. Is Velvet Veil better than the color correctors? Well, they do different things. So color correctors are going to correct like dark circles, or the green one will correct the redness. So it depends on if you're using a color corrector for redness. Try Velvet Veil. If it works, then you don't need the color corrector. If it helps fade it some, and then you don't need the color corrector. Does that make sense? All right, so I have the shade 2 in here, turning my system on. I'm going to start my coverage, my pre-coverage. And I'm only hitting those areas that I need it right now. Okay. Now I'm also kind of using this 2, because normally I'm a 3. And I'm using the 2 to kind of just start to do the coverage, but also to lighten underneath my eyes. I wanted to use the glow to lighten, but because I'm a 3, 2's lighter, so I can use the 2. Plus I'm using the Rose, so it does give me extra coverage. Hello, Morella. How are you? I'm going to do a little bit on my eyes to cover the darkness of my eyes, on my lids. And you can already see, but notice how it's light. There's still no demarcation lines, but it's getting that coverage started. Now I can go in. Actually, I'm going to use, let's do the blush. I bet you've been busy. Well, I'm glad you're here talking to us, hanging out with us. I'm going to use Soft Rose Blush. Shaking it up, shaking it up. But see how, ooh, just a natural highlight. But guys, when you're putting on airbrush, unlike traditional makeup, with traditional makeup, you're always going to have a demarcation line, and then you're going to work on blending that out. So with airbrushing, that's not the case. It blends as you're putting it on. And so you're not going to have demarcation lines, or you should not have. Let's see. Hello, I'm new to LUMINESS, Breeze. When you say you use a 2, oh, that's 020. It's the 020 in Rose. Sorry, I just used the middle. It's the shade. So the shade is right above what foundation it is. So this says Rose 4-in-1, and then this is the shade. So I'm using the 020, and then I'm a 3 or an 030 in Rose. So now I have my blush. I'm using the Soft Rose blush. And I'm going to apply that. And no, I have not applied my foundation yet. And I'm going to apply that to my cheek area. And see how gradual you want that to come up, guys? You don't want, you don't want racing stripes with the blush. You want it to appear very gradual. Same thing with the makeup. Same thing with the pre-coverage. Now I'm going to go back. And do a little there. Now, the reason I'm doing my blush first, and the reason I tell people to do their blush first when they are first starting out, is because our blush blooms. It comes up. With the blush, you are only going to use 2 drops. If you use more than 2 drops, you're going to look cray. And so we don't want that, right? That is not a good thing. And so I do my blush first for a couple of reasons. One, it is easier to apply first, because if I do let it pop a little bit more, I can use the foundation and last, and it's going to blend it all together. That way I don't have to worry about correcting it or anything. That's going to correct on its own when I put my foundation on. So blush is on. And remember, we're doing matte today. So everything I put on is going to be matte. The velvet veil that I put on first not only blurs fine lines, wrinkles, and crinkles, it's going to keep me matte throughout the day. Then I applied the 020 in rose for my pre-coverage. Then I did soft rose blush. I didn't do the natural blush because the natural blush has some shimmer in it. And so I want to do everything matte. Hey, Deborah, how are you, girl? Now I'm shaking it up again, and this is my shade 030 in rose. So put about 4 drops. And the reason I don't need all the drops is because I already have pre-coverage. I already have blush. All of that's already done. And so now that I'm using the foundation, it really is just to blend it and to finish the coverage. And so, and listen to me very carefully, especially you newbies. The max amount of drops you will need to do full coverage are 8 total, not 8 at a time, but 8 total. I can do 8 drops and get full coverage with no pre-coverage. Okay. So 8 is going to be the max of what you're going to do. If you're using more than that right now, that's okay. But what that should tell you is to use that you're spraying too heavy. Okay. So go back, watch yourself. Oh, Jeannie, I'm so sorry. So go back and practice pulling back on that trigger and make sure you're not pulling back hard. You're never going to pull down all the way until you're cleaning it. So there's not a lot of difference between here and here. So you have to find that sweet spot on when it comes out. If you practice with water, you can hear it when it comes out, and you can hear it when it's empty. And so those are cues that you're going to be listening for when airbrushing, because the same thing will happen when you put the makeup in. And so make sure to listen for that. But know that going in. Now I only have about 4 or 5 drops in here, which will finish the look. Okay, so I'm gonna turn on my system. I'm gonna spray a paper towel because I went from blush to my foundation. And so I just want to make sure that my foundation's what's coming out. Starting in one spot. Lightly pulling back, making my passes. Zandra, the makeup table here, yes. I should actually, I wish I could show y'all. I have a makeup tower here. I have 2 makeup towers right here. Then I have some brushes. Then I have another 3 drawers of makeup right here. And then my desk is actually a cabinet that has space underneath it that has all kinds of makeup, my backup. So yeah. Deborah says she uses 4 drops and about 3 drops of love. I love that. Deborah, do you mix the love in with your foundation or do you do it after? Andrea asked, does it matter where you start on your face? No, it does not. And that's a great question. Just start wherever you're comfortable with. I always go in and make a pass. You mix it in. I love that look. I do that a lot. Deborah mixes love in with her foundation, and I love that. I do that a lot in the summer because I just love that glow. Focus on that little area right here. But look how it blended. Look how it blended that blush. If I need to go in and blend a little bit more, I can. Also notice, and I'm out of drops, and also notice that I didn't have to go up all the way either underneath my eyes because I already got that coverage from the 020. So all I'm doing is blending all of that still together so it looks smooth. All right, so now that that's done, I am going to go in and take my Cut 1 palette, and with an angled brush like these, and I use all the shade. I go boop, 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 boop. And right underneath that blush, I'm going to lightly contour. And when I say contour, guys, don't freak out. Like, don't think, oh, I don't know about contouring. Shut off, shut off, shut off. You know, like, don't do that. Because what ends up happening, guys, is foundation should even you out. It should make you even. Meaning we all have imperfections and uneven skin tone and everything. So foundation makes you flat. And so what contouring does is it brings back shape to your face. You can create the shape to your face. So that's why I do it here, so I can hide. And then I do it a little bit under here, and then I do it on my temples. And so you don't have to do a lot. You don't have to do it severe. See, my hair is getting bigger. It's going to bother me now. And so you can take that in baby steps. So you can use either our Cut 1 or Cut 2, or you could even do it with a darker foundation. Your darker foundation that then, like if you're a 3030, you could contour with a 050 or 040. Jeannie said she was scared to contour but loves it. So I of course got this one out to use because if you don't have this one, you need this one. Andrea said, can you, this is a good question too. Andrea said, can you contour brown skin tones? Yes, you can. But Andrea, what color are you? What shade are you? Because I want to show you. We have the, sorry, still here. I'm going under my desk to find the other one. I might have used it all. Hold on. I may have used it all. This is it. Hold on. Oh, man. Okay, there it goes. Bye. Yep, I don't know where it is. So we have a Cut 1 and a Cut 2. So the Cut 2 is going to have deeper skin tone or deeper colors to contour with. What I love about our Cut 1 palette, this one, or Cut 1 or Cut 2, is it has your contour shades. This one is a shimmer. It has a little bit of a shimmer to it. Not a lot, kind of just in between our, like a shimmer and love. So that gives you a little bit. And then these two are highlighters. So what you can do, and with the Cut 2, it's same thing, but just darker. I used to say I was a pecan tan. I like that guy. I like that. So if you are dark, yes, most certainly you can contour. If you cannot find a contour color that's darker than you, then do what I call a reverse contour, which is where you would do highlights. So you would highlight under here, everywhere I'm not contoured, you would highlight. So you would highlight under here, here, and then you're really done. You can do it here too. And then go about your way. Oh, Deborah said the cut 2 does nothing for me. So that's good information, right? So one thing I would do, and this is, y'all see me contour with this all the time, the matte bronzer is beautiful. I can use it. I'm thinking Deborah can use that too. And so, Deborah, what shade are you? But yeah, if you're so dark that you cannot, or that if your foundation shade is dark and you can't find a darker color to contour with, reverse it, highlight. Deborah's like, dark. Yeah, so just reverse that. Just use the highlighted part. And then, because think about, okay, I'm like, how can I do this? So I contour here and I contour here, right? So you're going to highlight there. So that might be easier. It might be easier for anybody, and anybody could do that, but the lighter skin tones, I feel you have more range of color, especially with the airbrush. But even with this, I use this to contour all the live long day, and I can do that by just making a few passes until I get it to where I want it. Deborah, you can contour. If you're a 12 and a 13, you can contour with deeper foundations. It does not have to be something that says contour or something that says bronzer or something that says blah, blah, blah. You can do it with foundations. Those who are first starting out, like my mom doesn't contour. She's a shade she's a shade 2. No, she's a shade like 3. She contours with a 4. That's not a lot of difference, but it's something she's comfortable with. So you can go like 2 shades darker than what your foundation color is to contour. All right, does that make sense? Did that help some people? Yay, Melissa has both systems and loves them both. I love it. I know Martin does that. Martin is darker skin tone, so she does do the reverse contour where she goes in and highlights, those areas, because then you already have the contour. You're just going to create the highlights. Make sense? Yay! I feel like that was some good points that we haven't discussed on contouring of all shades. So I love that. Maybe we'll touch on that. Maybe we'll do one just to touch on that, and I'll bring somebody in that's darker skin tone that we can do that with. Yay, Andrea said it helped. So of course I did bring this one or grab this one because this is my go-to, guys. This has 36 different eyeshadows. It's called Nude de Notte. So it has like a ton of stuff and it's my go-to. It, like, I always just grab it. But today I'm going to do this one. This is the Nude. I'm like, is that a sticker? Which has all matte eyeshadows. The Nude and Naughty has matte, some silk, a little bit of shimmer. It has a little bit of everything. So if you don't have that one, you definitely need it. And I normally don't, like, I just tell you everything. That one you need. All right, so let's do some matte colors. So because we are going, it is Deborah. Okay. Deborah's like, I can see some photos. They're like this big. So that's awesome. All right. I'm going in with a blending brush and I'm going to go in with, oh wait, I might have got some answers. Hold on. She texted me back. I forgot to look. So we are backed up on those orders that like the concealers and the compacts. So, you know, of course, we're having some trouble getting them in. So we're working on it and we'll keep doing it. All right. So I'm going to go in with kind of a medium brown, maybe this mauve-y color cave. And I'm going to kind of remember the first place you place the brush is where most of the makeup's going to go. I'm going to do that on the outside. And so I'm going to go back and forth, back and forth. Look how light that I am touching my eye. This is not something you want to pull or dig. I'm just boop, 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 lightly dusting and blending that back and forth. So I don't have anything on my lid except some airbrush because I covered it with the 020. And so I can use the 020 kind of as my base. And I'm going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I'm just blending that until there's no harsh lines to however I want it. If you have smaller eyes, you may not want to bring it all the way in. You may want to stop just right here. But I'm going to bring that in because my eyes are a little bit bigger. I also are, getting with the hooded eyes. So I'm going to bring it up towards the brow bone, but making sure that I don't have that demarcation line. Okay. Then with a flat eyeshadow brush, which I am going to use, normally I just use my finger, I'm going to use the light neutral color, which is Desert. And I'm going to use that on the inside. These are all matte. So if you did get this too heavy for you, this is a way to soften it up a bit. I used to do the eyelid first, but I found that doing my crease just blended it away. So this way I can do, I love it. Yeah, Deborah says she has hooded eyes, but she makes it work. And that's, you just blend it up. So now I can go back with my other color and go over that a little bit to blend those. With hooded eyes, maybe that's another one I need to do, is a hooded eye, like bring somebody that has hooded eyes more than I do. And so guys, that's 2 colors that I used. That's it. 2 colors. Actually, now I can take that flat eyeshadow brush and with the color I did in my crease, I'm gonna line the bottom. I use eyeshadow for the bottom liner all the time. And our eyeliners that we do have, like the Persuasion or the Temptation eyeliners, are so easy to go on. They just, do you sell makeup? Charlie, yes, we do, babe. We have a whole set. It's a 5-piece brush set. And it has, is this Charlie from yesterday? We have all the brushes that you need. There's a powder brush, a contour brush, a flat eyeshadow brush, an angle brush, and a blending brush. So it has everything you need to do your makeup. And they're amazing. Now, I can put on eyeliner, which sometimes I do, but sometimes, good to see you, Charlie. But sometimes I like the lightness of my lid, especially when I put on the mascara. But today, because that's what I normally do, you know what? I'm even going to use Temptation. Normally I use the Persuasion eyeliners, which are pencil, like a calligraphy pen, and they just like slide on. But I'm going to use Temptation. This is my mom's favorite. She is obsessed with the Temptation eyeliners because they stay on for so long. And so I'm going to take the liquid one and just go like that. Right at that lash line, just tickling the lashes. And I also, I do this with the Persuasion ones too. I also start in the middle and then come to the beginning. And the reason for that is if I get a big bloop, it's here and not on the inside to fix. And so then I'll do that. Now, the end of my lashes, like I have to pull them real quick, they flip. The very ends are like, and so I have to pull any eyeliner that comes off. So at first, when I do this, I kind of just look like this, like kind of look down a little bit and then pull them so it doesn't get on my lid. Okay, so I am going to let that set just for a second. And then, oh, you know which one I reach for. Are they? Wait, hold on. Let me look. Hold on one second. Hair down. I'll send you the link. I'm going to put the link by piece. Hold on. Right side. Brush set. Maybe this is it. Hold on. Let me look. Bam, bam. Oh. They're on set. It's on sale for $15. The brush set is on sale right now for $15. Copy. $15. Let me put the link in here. And I'll put them in both. I just put it on YouTube. You know what? You are right. Zabra. Hold on one second. Lip liners. Our lip liners are on sale. So stock up on the Dusty Rose. They're on sale for $5. Stark is one that I use all the time. Stark and Dusty Rose, I use all the live long day. Y'all know that. That's my go-to. Hold on, put the link in there too. Put the link on YouTube, and now I'm going to put it on. I just put it on. Is this one Stark? Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, maybe it did it again. I don't know. Oh, Deborah, you're coming. Yes, download the app. Download the app. If you have not downloaded the app, you definitely want to download the app. You also want to become, like you can become a, oh my gosh, what it's called, where you earn points for everything you purchase. And guys, they give you some amazing deals. Amazing. All right, so now I'm going in with Stark, which is kind of I don't know how to describe it. Sandra, our LUMINESS Cosmetics app. It's for Android and smartphones. And you earn points. Stark isn't like, we have chestnut, which is brown, but this one has like a mauve color, but not quite. I don't know how to describe it. So I'm lining it. I'm going to use it as my lip for today. Now, if this was too, if I put this on, or if you put this on and you were like, hey, this is too dark, all you do is take tissue and go, and you can blot it. off until it's light enough for you. But the other great thing is that kind of pounds that color in to your lips, and it stays on longer. And now finishing up with my mascara face. Perfect blend of warm and cool. I love it. And I'm going to finish off with the mascara. And I'm going to finish this off camera because I know we ran long. But perfect matte look. It's going to stay all day. The Velvet Veil helps me stay matte. If you powder beforehand, Charlie, you may want to do both. Because I know Charlie has problems with the shininess. Thank you, Melissa. She said my makeup looks beautiful. But guys, all I did, I used the 020 in Rose, the 030 in Rose, Velvet Veil, Soft Rose Blush, contoured a little, all matte eyeshadows. So check them out. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.